Hi everyone, so welcome to the first video of Quarantine Trader. So as the name suggests, I started trading during these quarantine days to learn a new skill and also to make my time being productive because in the initial days I was just watching Netflix and sleeping most of the time. So decided to learn something new and stock market seemed to be one of the most interesting thing as it deals with more numbers and I was just curious about it to learn more about it. I used to do some long-term investment but never tried intraday. So here it is. I use the platform known as Kite from Zerodha to use do my day trading and also buy stocks for long term. So if you see, this is my watch list for day trading. It's quite long, but mostly what I do is I try to do day trading in the first five or six stocks on this first page. So we'll look into the orders that we have done for today. So in the start, we did at 9:47. We started around 9:47 with 100 quantities. It was the short selling, and that was for 4270. And then we did another 100 short selling of Aura Pharma at 7:38, and we brought them back at 10 o'clock in 9 minutes with a price difference of 3 rupees, so at 7:35. So again we did another 100 quantities of Aura Pharma at 7:33, and then we brought them back at 7:32. This was not a big difference because I'll tell you why I did this trade. So basically, if you see, I am more of a short seller than long. So I do most of short selling trade, and today's market trend was going against me because it was bullish and I did a short sell. So I started seeing 4270 of Bajaj Finance, which I did. It went back to 4255, but then it started gaining bullish momentum and it started keep going higher. So with the remaining fund that I had in my account, I had to make sure, like, I made small profits. And so that is one lesson. So when you see it's going bullish, never try to short sell. So this would be the first lesson to learn. So when you see the stock market moving in uptrend, make sure you're not doing a short sell because it's like you're going against the market. So whenever you go against the market, most of the time you will end up making loss, and this is an example. So Bajaj Finance 4270, and it kept going higher later on. So but the trade that I did in Aura Pharma, it ended up giving me profit. I'll show you later on how much profit I made in Aura Pharma. And then I did another HDFC short selling. So even this time, what happened was I started seeing market falling a little bit. So when I saw market starting to fall, I was expecting uh, it would be the next half of the day would be more of a bearish market. So it's better to short sell. So even here I was wrong because I was expecting it's the last day of the month. So and with the news going around, I was expecting it to be a bearish market, but I was right at only one of the trade, which over here, which is HDFC short selling of 100 quantities. I took the trade at 11:45 and then by 12:05 sold it with a 4.5 point difference. So that is like 450 rupees profit. And then I did another short selling of 300 quantities because this time I decided why not go big if it keeps falling. And now is when the real problem started. So if you see, 300 quantities at 12 o'clock, and the first trade which I did was at 9:47. So after that we waited the whole day to see how the market goes because I was waiting for the market to go down, but obviously being a bullish uptrend market today, it didn't go down. It started moving higher and we started making losses. So we, like at 3 o'clock, we brought 50 stocks at 4,409 and then 250 stocks of HDFC, which is from here, the 300 sell quantities. So then 250 and 50 brought it two separately, and again this is way too higher price, and another 50 quantities of Bajaj Finance at 4412. So if you see, the whole day was not at all good or in favor of me, and I don't complain the market because I was the one who went against the market. And secondly, I did a revenge trading of HDFC. So that is the second mistake I made over here. So it was my mistake, and that was the reason we ended up making a loss. So I'll also show you the chart so you get a bit more clear understanding. So the market started at 9:15, and then if you see, it had a bullish way all the time. Hardly 2-3 places it went down, but even those were not a significant ones. So it broke the resistance at 4,331, and then another one at 4,383. So it was kind of clear to me that it was not gonna come uh, back at a very low point, but still I was trying to catch it somewhere around 4,380 so that I can minimize my losses, but I was unable to catch that fall. But later on at the last minute it did happen after 3:15. So you could see the open high, low close for today. And also I'll show you the order forma, the open high and low close. So the ending price was at 745. So if you check the portfolio, we'll come to know about the total loss made today, which you should have already seen from the title. And this is like the biggest loss that I have made so far in my trade. And like every other trader, loss is part of the game, so you got to accept the loss like how you accept the profit. But certain things were easily manageable, like if I had a stop loss, the loss wouldn't be this bad. So another lesson that could be taken out of this trade was to keep a stop loss. The reason I didn't keep a stop loss is because most of the time from my previous trade, it used to hit the stop loss and then come back and like hit my target price. So that is why I have never kept a stop loss so far before, and every time I got the trade almost right by 80 to 90 percentage. So I was kind of being confident enough not to keep stop loss anymore, and it showed me what happens when you don't keep a stop loss. Sorry, it's taking some time to load, so just a minute. Finally, this is the total loss I have made for today. In HDFC, it's around 6,000 rupee. Bajaj Finance is at 14,000 rupee, and a profit of 454 rupees in Aura Pharma. So the whole point of this video is to make you understand the mistakes that a beginner in trading can make and how to avoid them, and also by showing you this timings of the trade and the quantities, it will be much more useful for you to look into the charts and analyze what was gone right, what was the mistake made, uh, and that's the whole point. So if there is anything, feel free to comment below, and we'll be making more videos in the upcoming trading section. And let us know in the comment box below how your trading went for today, and what was the biggest loss you have made in a trading day and the biggest profit. It's always good to talk about both of them. Have a nice day. Bye.